Please help me, Jessica. Please help me.
It's been a living hell.
In Northern California, CY is piecing together his life after losing more than $1 million in a crypto scam.
I can never forget or forgive myself losing that kind of money.
CY is one of tens of thousands of victims of a fast-growing new form of financial fraud called pig butchering. He asks to remain anonymous to protect his family. It started in October 2021 with a text message from a stranger.
What was the name of the person you were communicating with?
She claims her name is Jessica.
The two quickly became friends. She shared photos, and CY talked about the pain of caring for his dying father. After nearly a month, the conversation turned to money.
She started to introduce me into cryptocurrency, trading gold using cryptocurrency.
Jessica showed CY how to invest by installing a trading app on his phone that he says looked legit. Little did he know he was a victim, pumping money into a sophisticated con. For the scammers, a pig fattened up for the slaughter.
I logged back in. The account is gone. What did I do? That's 30 years of my wife and my life building up this wealth.
Wealth that had suddenly disappeared. Panicking, CY begged Jessica for help.
Please help me. I don't know what else I can do. I don't have any more money. I cannot borrow anything else. I lost everything.
But Jessica disappeared and probably never even existed.
This is the professionalization of fraud services.
The FBI says it's seen exponential growth in losses due to pig butchering scams.
The bad guys are getting good and they're getting better.
An organization representing scam victims tracked their crypto transfers halfway around the world to this border region in Myanmar. U.S. scam victims say they've been able to trace their money to places like this. This walled compound across the river is just inside the territory of Myanmar. And that is where we're learning about the conditions inside, that some people who worked there, they say that they were forced against their will to try to scam Americans out of their hard-earned money in conditions that they describe as amounting to modern-day slavery. This compound is where an Indian man named Rakesh says he was forced to work for more than 11 months without pay for a Chinese criminal gang. The guards have spotted us. Until they recently released him back to Thailand. Where was the job supposed to be?
They told for me in Bangkok.
He too was the victim of a scam. Rakesh, who doesn't want to be identified, says he first flew to Thailand for what he thought was an IT job. Instead, he says he was tricked into crossing the border to Myanmar, where a Chinese gangster told him to work or else.
He threatened to kill you.
Yeah, he warned me like that.
And the job? Spend 16 hours a day on social media targeting Americans with a fake profile.
Like they're providing for us. I got a Russian girl. With using a Russian girl fake profile, I need to scam the people.
Posing as a Salt Lake City-based investor named Clara Simonov, Rakesh flirted online with potential targets.
70 to 80% fall for fake love.
Rakesh shows secretly filmed images of what at first glance seems to be an ordinary office. But he says the bosses routinely punished workers, forcing them to do hundreds of squats and beating them if they didn't produce. And you've helped rescue people who are trapped inside behind the barbed wire of that very compound.
Yes.
Michelle Moore is one of a group of aid workers based in Thailand who have helped rescue hundreds of victims of trafficking like Rakesh over the last 18 months. She drives me along the border.
There's a guard tower just there, green roof.
Showing compounds only a stone's throw away, where she says trafficked victims are forced to work as online scammers.
That's why this is modern slavery. And it's right under everybody's nose.
Satellite images show rapid construction of these compounds on the border territory of Myanmar over just 3 years. Thailand's Minister of Justice labels these facilities as hubs for criminal scamming activity.
These scammers have to use telephone signals to communicate. That's why they base themselves near the Thai border. so they can use Thailand's telephone network.
But he says Thailand has no jurisdiction to crack down on suspected criminals operating across the border in Myanmar. CNN asked the military government in Myanmar why it hasn't taken action against alleged criminal gangs operating on its territory, and did not receive an answer. So for now, it looks like no one is going to stop this poisonous cycle of exploitation. Ivan Watson, CNN, on the Thai border with Myanmar.